In a studio that's in a basement comes the epic story of how two friends changed the future of the movie podcast game forever. The reviews are in. Boys Life magazine gives the High Sci podcast 4.5 acorns. The Daily Bugle says, these guys are super legit. And Pope Francis declares the podcast as life-affirming. From the kid who tried to get smart with David Spade and got fucking old.
You're still out. You're still back.
And the guy who can name all four Baldwin brothers.
Alec, William, Daniel, and the baby boy, Stephen.
Live from the studio of his parents' basement. The Have You Seen It podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to the Have You Seen It podcast. My name is Mason Knight. Sitting across from me is the one and only Cash Kraus. But before we begin, if you guys could please be sure to like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification as we drop videos here every single day. It really does help grow the channel, guys. So everything that you guys do really does help contribute to our success.
Absolutely.
So, how you doing, Cash?
I'm doing great.
We're here
TV
again
Tuesday
to talk about a loaded episode of,
You thought
man.
the first one they were trying to establish some characters?
Goodness gracious.
They said, nay, we're going to put double those characters in it, and you're going to be confused as ever.
And you're going to have to keep up.
Yes, you are.
And if
Game
you
of
don't,
Thrones style.
We'll get some how dare yous. If
Absolutely.
We do not keep up.
Well, they got to start killing these guys off.
They
okay?
do. I want to start seeing some more death.
The more you introduce characters, the more you got to kill some off so I can stay with the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. And after season 1, I expect blood, and I am bloodthirsty.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do get a little more blood in episode 2,
We do.
season 2. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit more.
First one was really establishing everything. Second one, still establishing a lot.
A lot's going on.
A little more violence, a little more Nawaz that we're used to.
Of course.
Him
the
shooting up some
Nawazuddin
places.
we know and love.
Dealing, wheeling, wearing a suit in this one,
At
looking
one point,
good.
Oh, dude. Sharp.
Crisp.
The
Absolutely.
Indian Scarface. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
I can give him that
Oh,
one.
yeah. But, man, he's doing all sorts of things in this episode. I mean, he's even dealing rhino.
Oh, he's
horns.
working 18-hour days.
He is. The man's a hard worker. Say what you will about his ethics and morals.
But you cannot take away his work ethic.
Absolutely.
Because he is working, selling a little rhino, and then we know that rhino,
Was poached.
but the rhino dust, it makes you fuck. We
It
all
makes
know
you
that.
as hard as a rock. Is
Every
what they
dude
say.
knows. Every dude's
course.
dabbled in a little rhino horn.
Right. You get some of those rhino pills at the gas station. You let it fly, baby.
They make you go wild.
They do.
They make you go wild. And it takes 4 rhinos to make one of those pills, unfortunately.
Wow.
It's-
Well, that's
it's
a
the
lot of
reality.
rhino deaths.
The reality of it. But worth it, I would say.
Well, depending on who you are.
Depending on if you're a rhino lover or not.
Right.
If you're a rhino hater, you're
it's
saying.
perfect. The job's perfect for you.
But yeah, rhino horn, that's always a great biz. Yeah, he's dealing with these guys that are dealing with rhino horn and who knows what else.
Yeah. God knows what else.
If a guy can give you a rhino horn,
What else can he get you? DMT?
meteorite, he can give you
That'd be cool.
anything. That guy's got hands on everything.
Yes, he does.
But yeah, so we know Nawaz is wheeling, so that's back in like 94, 95, right? Kenya.
Yep.
But Nawaz, he misses Bombay.
Dad, he is just
He
tied to
says it.
Bombay.
He says he misses it. He calls some people. He calls JoJo just to get the biz. You know, what's going on?
Right.
What's going
you
on
doing?
with people? Catch me up.
Yeah.
What's going on? Kenya sucks right now. Tell me what is happening
I
in
got
Bombay.
these raw agents up my ass.
Yeah.
Making me do tasks I
All
clearly
day.
don't want to do.
I got a rhino guy that won't stop. I don't know what to do with all this fucking
I
rhino.
mean, I'm making a lot of money, but he's a weird guy. He makes me uncomfortable.
This guy's obsessed with rhinos.
He is.
He's very odd.
It's a weird fetish.
He just wants a little life, but he can't go back, obviously.
Of course not.
People fucking hate him. He'll go right back to prison. They'll paddle his ass and put him in the little oven.
Well, he's having a phone conversation with JoJo, but then he calls up his good friend Issa, which
Yeah.
we know they're the best of pals.
They're good for... He just calls him just to talk shit.
Yeah, just literally
Hey,
just enough shit.
Issa, you piece of shit.
I'm going to cut your fucking head off.
But Issa's still not
Good to
that...
hear from you, Nawaz. Good
Nawaz,
to hear from you,
I
Gatan
could-
Day.
Again, I could not care less. Okay?
Look, dude, I'm
I've been
halfway
trying to get
across the
away
planet.
from you for so long. But he's like, and even though Nawaz is kind of talking out of his ass, he can't take it. He's got to be more powerful.
He's got to get these pesky raw agents out of here so we can go kill Issa.
But pretty much he's like, Issa just ratted you out. Totally cool with these raw agents. Yep. Everyone in India thinks you're a piece of shit now.
No one likes you. I'm trying to ruin your reputation.
And he's
your
just
life.
like, I was just having lunch with my family, man.
Right.
Like,
he's like, I'm over this. I'm past this relationship.
Send me a letter.
Yeah. You're like a stalker girlfriend that just doesn't leave me alone.
Although, to be fair, Issa did kill Cuckoo.
No one
touches Cuckoo.
Yeah. Do not touch Cuckoo.
And you know you're totally over that loss when you name a casino after your ex-girlfriend.
Who has tragically
nothing screams this guy needs therapy more than
when they're naming your casino Cuckoo.
And your old girlfriend's like, that's a weird name.
Yeah. It's like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just don't worry about it.
Where's that
it's
name
a cool
come
name,
from?
trust me.
Yeah. I knew a guy once whose name was Cuckoo.
What's the origin of the name? Just none of your business. So
it's so specific.
It is.
It's very specific. But yeah, totally over her.
Right.
No bad blood there.
No, of course not.
But yeah, he's he's like opening all these businesses though, while he's doing all the tasks for the raw agents. Also trying to kill people as well. During this.
Yeah, that's for sure. And even making whiskey. This man is a jack of all trades, okay?
I'm telling you, 18-hour days.
7 days a week, dude. This guy does not relax.
Where does he find the time?
Because when he does, he just brews in his own, shit.
Yeah,
he does. Just his own misery.
so
he's just constantly got to be working.
He's just thinking 24 hours a day, I got to kill that Issa. Why Issa hasn't thought about Nawaz in months.
No.
He's living his best life.
He is.
He's a God knows where. I can't remember where he said he was, but he's flourishing out there. Let the man be.
Let him be. Let bygones be bygones.
Exactly. No, that's not Nawaz's way.
No, he's
gonna kill this man. It might be season 8 before he actually fucking does, but he's gonna kill this guy. And he tries, like I said, he tries to kill who's he try to kill in this one where he does this, he makes the girl put the rag over his mouth.
Yeah, he's trying to kill Issa.
Oh yeah, he thinks it's
Issa,
and it ends up not. Of course it's
a fake. Duh, you think the raw agents are going to allow you to kill Issa? We've got bigger plans for you, Gatande.
Exactly. Yeah, there's no way. But
chump.
But
we're raw agents. We're smarter than you.
Yeah, not really. No. Because we get back to Sartaj. This is kind of later, but he's flipping through a recap to his notebook. She's got all kinds of cryptic shit in there.
Oh, dude. Just numbers and just, it's like, how am I ever going to decipher this?
How do you make it easier for the guy trying to carry on your work? Right. Yeah, leave a ledger or something, some kind of key that makes it deciphering these things a little easier.
No, didn't leave any of it.
No, but he's getting closer to tracking down this cult.
Yeah, he is.
And this cult gives you real Scientology vibes, am I right?
Pankaj Tripathi as the cult leader. And it does, man. It's a weird cult. He's like, I live in the past and in the future, and all things are one.
And he's like, in Sartaj, again, I don't know if this is bad writing or just being a bad cop, but he goes to the cult, he's like undercover, where he says he's like in textile or something. And he's like, yeah, just a normal guy. I hear you got a lot of mobsters. Over gangsters, maybe?
That's the question he leads
the
with.
First question.
Yeah, it's like, are you a cop?
Yeah, and then she's like, no, we accept everyone. He's like, yeah, but I heard about some mafia guys.
Can we actually specifically get into the mafiosos?
If you could just make me a list of names,
that'd be great.
I'd be right out of your hair.
And it's a hobby. I just, I like to follow.
I love the mob guys. Love them. I'm actually looking for some specific guys that if you could tell me if they've been there. And she's like, no, we take everyone.
No, really.
He's like leading. It's just heavy-handed. And he's got one thumb.
He does.
He doesn't look like a textile unless he got his hand caught on a machine.
How'd that happen?
But yeah, he ends up going because he ends up finding out his dad joined the cult.
Yes.
What is that about?
Sinbad or whatever.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Sinbad.
It's not. It's not Sinbad. It's God. What is his father's? Dillbag. That's his father.
Yes, he just randomly left everything and joined this cult. But when Sartaj goes, it's kind of he goes in. Remember the lady starts talking to him. He starts having flash. Oh no, he drinks the tea.
Yeah, the tea, and then everyone's gone.
Yeah, and then
when he's doing the meditation thing,
and he has the flashbacks of him getting his thumb cut off again. Just gonna be PTSD for the rest of your life.
Right. Of course.
But then it goes back and it shows that Nawaz did the same thing.
Well, Nawaz did the same thing, and I got to say, a little naive on Gatande's part here because, it's obviously suggested to him that he finds, because he does not believe in God, he believes he is God.
Then find someone to lead you.
Yes, to lead you. And he asks over the phone to predict something to him as, this guy believes he's a psychic.
Yes.
And he says, oh, there's someone you can't trust. And Gatande, he's like, okay, yep, this guy's for real. But it's like, come on, dude. The guy knows you're a gangster, so obviously there's going to be some people you can't trust.
And who?
It's the name of the game.
Couldn't you say that to anyone? That's so vague enough. There's always
Is
someone.
there one person in your life that you don't trust?
Yeah, I know a couple pieces of shit.
The random bank teller. Like, I don't know who that person is. I don't trust
so
them.
that's like such a vague.
Super vague.
But that's what's
how
good about
psychics
exactly.
work.
Yeah, exactly. They just say
Is there,
very generic things. Like
I think something's telling me that someone died within your lifetime.
Someone
that you knew.
loved. Her name started with a G.
It's a female.
An H, a K.
Male,
it was an L.
Male,
it was
female,
a Lynn.
male.
Lane.
Oh, yeah,
Linda.
no, it was a male. That's that shit.
Yeah,
and I'm
it's
just like,
just-
how do people fall for that?
And then
Like,
eventually,
you get so desperate.
eventually they hit something where it's like, oh yeah, you're right, yeah.
They're like, does the color blue come into mind?
Nope, not at all.
No.
What about red?
Red?
Nope. Green. Okay.
Oh my god,
You're
green.
You're hitting
He
on
loved
something.
money. Wow, the correlation.
He was always worried about money. Yeah, exactly.
They always make it.
So they do a good
self-discovery.
job of that. Yeah, of showing. I gotta say though, it hasn't aged very much through 1990 through present time. This cult leader,
no, he
he's
is
probably
not.
bathing in the blood of the innocent. To be honest with you,
as well. Yeah, I mean, I've heard
Scientology. We
that's-
know anything about Scientology. It's a lot of bloodbaths. Right. But yeah, he looks great.
He does.
Because Sartaj meets him in the present time, right? And he looks fucking
Pretty much the
phenomenal.
same. Yeah.
Great, long, beautiful hair still. But yeah, that's what pretty much episode 2 is all about. A lot of character building. We get introduced to, I think, even more characters as this goes on. But it's getting a little confusing, I have to say, at this point.
It is. And we should talk about, we kind of glanced over a few of the things back in the past, but in the present, Sartaj, obviously, as we had alluded to earlier, is going through the encrypted notebook of Radiqa Apte's character, who is no longer with us. May she rest in peace.
R.I.P., of course.
He also learns that Pakistanis stole nuclear fuel from Ukraine.
Oh, yeah, that's kind
originally
of a big thing.
from Kenya. So that's kind of a big deal.
There's ties. There's
There are a lot
ties.
of ties.
Oh, and then it's not JoJo, but Zoya is linked
That's
to
right, the
him,
actress.
and he's.
Well, she's pissed too because
She's
now the
very
press
upset.
has got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
linked to Nawaz's character.
Sartaj calls her up. He's like, "Hey, I can help you." She goes, "You ever call me again, bitch?
Oh.
I'm turning you in." So she don't want your help, bro. You've already done enough damage, Sartaj.
Yeah, and it's JoJo who's suicidal, right?
She is suicidal, but it's the coward's way out.
Yeah,
remember?
she goes to, I guess, a Catholic. So many religions. You have
There's
so
so
many
many.
options in India. It's kind of nice.
You really do. It is.
When you
nice.
need advice, you can go to some Buddhist, you go to Hindi, you can go to a Catholic guy that will just make you feel shitty about yourself.
Yeah.
And be like, if you kill yourself, you're a pussy.
You're a coward.
That makes you so fucking
Do you see this dirt? You're beneath dirt.
People will just make fun of you forever.
forever.
And you look so stupid.
Stupid. You want to look stupid?
So be strong, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and fucking live for another 80 years.
suppress your feelings.
And just be sad like the rest of us.
Put your walls up. It's not that hard.
Here's what I'm going to
Don't
tell you to
talk
do,
about
and
your
I tell you to
feelings.
do this with everyone. Bottle those emotions up, okay? Suppress until 80 years from now, 60 years from now, eventually those emotions just explode and you end up shooting up a post office.
Right,
or
of course.
something like
Yeah.
that.
I mean, the standard, the trope or going, yeah.
Yeah. So figure it out, which is all. She went to probably the worst of the religions to
To get advice, yeah. You could have literally went anywhere
I can
else.
imagine a Hindu guy would have told you some fucking great shit about being reborn,
yeah. Some
about
prophetic,
how
something.
life is so valuable. Just Catholic, they just tell you how bad you should feel about everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right on the nose.
It is on the nose.
But yeah, so she's I guess she's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna not kill
I
myself.
guess I won't kill myself. I guess I'll just be miserable. So,
Yeah, because she needs to go through life because that's an
man,
atonement.
yes. But, dude, she's ballsy.
she's got
God,
balls.
every time, dude. Every time. Gatande's on the phone. She'll tell him to shut the fuck up.
Well,
Like, this
what
man
does she
has
have to
killed
worry
so many
about?
people. Yeah, when you want to die, I guess, whatever.
Best case scenario, yeah.
Gatande's like, this reverse psychology has never worked on me before. But
I will not.
I'm
You will
actually
be the last one
not
alive.
Not going to kill you. Yeah.
You will be.
Because I know how much you're suffering.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, you go to a Catholic church.
Yeah.
They tell you that.
But yeah, pretty much. Yeah, of course she doesn't have anything to worry about. She's fucking dancing on ledges every day.
She is.
She's riding on that. She's going to go at some point, I would think. But yeah.
And then Sartaj with the suspect that's getting like beaten by Majid.
The Muslim guy.
Yes. And
Sartaj
he's
feels
involved
bad
with the
about that.
printing
Yeah.
of that apocalyptic propaganda, those
Yeah.
flyer type things. So.
And at the end, we got to talk about the very end, we get the burnt. They say, remember, they bring I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's someone we're supposed to know, but it's someone that they bring in the hospital, and she's got radiation burns.
That's not fun. Radiation burns.
Not fun and not a good sign when someone's messing with radiation. It's usually for one purpose.
You're probably not going to get too much out of the questions you ask that person.
No.
Hey, do you know this person? Kill me.
But I guess, unless she's making her own homemade reactor, we have a lot to be worried about here.
She's like, they didn't give me any fucking pain pills. Yes. It's always constantly in pain.
Just shoot me.
Kill me.
Yeah.
Please take your gun and shoot me.
Yeah, so that's all good. I mean, someone is in here working in a lab and trying to make a fucking nuke. Mm-hmm. And hopefully we fucking see it at some point. It's going to be Luke Kenny.
Luke Kenny, Malcolm himself.
Didn't they show him at the... I thought they showed him briefly, the camera panned past him when Nawaz goes to the cult. Mm. Yeah, I thought for sure they showed him. He was there, and he was dressed in like the cult outfit.
That would be a good catch if you caught that, because I didn't.
I'm almost
catch
positive as him.
Yeah.
I mean, one, he's a white guy.
Right, he sticks out like a sore thumb.
His name is Luke also.
Luke Kenny. That's good. Can we get Luke Kenny up here, please? I wonder if that's the one white guy in the crowd.
Yeah, so I'm almost positive it was him, and that again goes back to my theory that he was like the chosen one instead of Nawaz to bring the destruction.
The balance to the...
Yeah, to bring them, of course.
Yes.
Which is never the case. They never bring the balance.
Never. It'll never happen either. No such thing.
You gotta stop making movies after it. But so I am almost positive it showed him, because we know that he's part of it at some point. Yep. But guy, he's looking to nuke some shit.
He is.
People are they're loose with that nuclear
energy
in Ukraine.
Yeah, they are.
They're losing that shit.
They're like, you have money. Well, we got some. Some nuclear power. I mean, you want some stuff?
Yeah, I'm guessing that's like uranium and shit.
Yeah,
for some reason they just couldn't say that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, they say they called it like nuclear fuel or something.
Nuclear fuel.
I think that's what they call it.
Yeah. Maybe they couldn't use specific words, because they give you that that disclosure in the beginning.
I know, they're really
hey,
worried.
This is fiction. None of this is true.
We don't approve of any of the relationships. They say they don't approve of any.
I know. I'm like, guys, we know this is fiction. Obviously, it's based on a book. It's fake. But man, they were really careful.
Yeah, and they're really careful about, I guess, the government, because maybe that's how they get away with so much, is they come out and say, we don't approve of any of this, but we like having it in our movie.
We do put it in our films for entertainment purposes only.
This is not how real life is at all. It's not at all.
It's actually much more boring than this.
Yeah, men don't date other men in real life. We cannot approve of...
Never have that in our real world.
Yeah, so again, complete fiction, fabrication. It can never happen. And there's gangsters and shitty cops.
No, we always have great cops.
Level-headed.
No gangsters. Everyone.
They hardly ever torture people.
No. Never.
Very rarely.
Super rare.
Every once in a while.
I mean, every once in a blue moon, you'll get a bad apple.
Yeah, sometimes there's a guy you just can't. You can't do anything about it.
You can't.
All right, that is episode 2, right? Anything
2.
else?
Yep,
I think it's cooking. I think it's getting going a little bit.
I think we did the best we could. We won't hit every little detail because we don't want this to be an hour.
But the show's chugging along.
It is.
I'm excited to see where it goes. Hopefully it gets a little more. Because we didn't even talk about Bunty had to remember Bunty had to kidnap that guy.
Yep. I know, it's pretty complex. There was a lot in episode 2.
So but hopefully it gets a little more narrow as the story goes on and centralized. Because if we just keep adding 5 characters every episode,
at some point,
I'm gonna need a map.
well, we're gonna need a nuclear bomb to go off just to get rid of some of these characters.
Remember when we did Game of Thrones and we would always have the printout?
We had to. It was insane. When we would review that show, we would have the printout of 150 characters.
Wait, who's this character again?
I gotta flip. It's like a fucking book of characters. You're like, jeez.
What house is she
from? We got
from?
pretty good at, like, by season 5 or 6. We started naming them off the top of our heads.
It was so many, but that's what after, if they keep adding characters, I'm going to need a Sacred Games character map. Yeah, because it's getting
a little wild.
Yeah, that was so funny. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm looking forward to episode 3.
Yes. And try not to spoil it for us this time, folks.
we say that every time, but
we do. And they still comment. They've spoiled a lot for us.
We know you will, yeah.
Hey, we know you will. We appreciate it. All right. Well, that is our review for episode 2, season 2 of Sacred Games. If you guys like what you've seen here, please be sure to like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification as we drop videos here every single day. Thank you so much for watching and listening. My name is Mason Knight. That is Cash Krause, and until next time.
Bye.